I just finished recording a podcast with Dr. Aliza Pressman from Raising Good Humans podcast, but we flipped it a little bit. Usually I'm the guest on a podcast, but today I was hosting and she was the guest on her own podcast because she has this incredible book coming out in January called The 5 Principles of Parenting. And it is an amazing book. You're going to hear me talk about it a lot because I'm kind of obsessed with it. But one of the things we talked about, and one of her 5 principles is actually surprisingly rules. And the reason that rules is on there is because as parents, we spend so much time really working hard on being emotionally attuned and emotionally responsive and being connected to our kids and really valuing and respecting them. And sometimes that can lead us into some permissiveness. So one of the things that we talked about is this idea that providing rules and structure and limits and boundaries is actually a gift to our children. And not only do kids feel safe when they have boundaries and parameters and these kinds of rules, it helps them feel safe. But beyond that, the disappointment and negative feelings that they may experience as you set and hold a boundary are actually gifts, because the way we develop resilience is not by having the world be perfect for us. One of the ways, the main way we develop resilience is by walking through difficult feelings, walking through difficult experiences, and actually experiencing adversity. So one of my favorite things to talk about that came out of really the attachment research that we talk about in the Power of Showing Up book is the idea that adversity without support, without relationship, without connection, when we face difficult things, that can lead to fragility. But you know what really leads to resilience is adversity plus support, connection, emotional responsiveness, that it's the combination of those that lead to resilience. Notice adversity is part of that formula. So the way we become resilient is by practicing walking through difficult things. And for a kid, having a boundary set that they don't like and having big feelings about it and having a grown-up show up with them and help them walk through those emotions where they come out on the other side and they're like, I handled that feeling, allows them to know that they can handle that feeling and other big feelings. So one of the best gifts you can give your kids to help them build resilience is by having boundaries, limits, or what Aliza calls rules, as part of these 5 principles of parenting that she talks about in her book. But this is a principle that is based in developmental science that we have years and years and years, decades and decades of research on that show that that's one of the best ways we can build resilience is by having these rules, boundaries, structures, and limits. So you can do that too, as much as you do the emotional responsiveness and connection. Our kids need those boundaries just as well.